Hello Kickstarter and welcome to the Hopetown art update. My name is Astri and I'm the art director on Hopetown. You might have seen me in our Kickstarter video, but today I'm coming at you from behind the camera where I'm a little bit more comfortable. I've been working in video games for almost 10 years now, tackling things like illustrations for World of Warcraft, creating stylized characters and leading the concept art team on Evercore Heroes, doing top secret AAA stuff at Sharkmob London, and a bunch more in between. I've always been a huge fan of single-player games with a strong sense of narrative and mood, with a few of my favorites being Bloodborne, Dreamfall, Hollow Knight, and Disco Elysium. I've never gotten to work on a game like this before though, so I'm very excited to be a part of Longdo and hopefully creating a game that will have a lasting impact on its players. I've always been a painter, so the choice to go for 2.5D with our in-game art style was an easy one. I've personally always adored games that lean more into a 2D handcrafted feel. I think a lot of games push fidelity and realism so hard that it sometimes feels like there's no soul or identity left. And there's nothing inherently wrong with this approach, of course, realism can be really cool, but with Hopetown, I want to make sure that the artists are able to make their presence felt in every screenshot, be that through hand-painted map textures, soulful portraits, or rogue elements in the game UI. While everything we make has a 3D base, the textures on top are fully painted. I think it's pretty easy to tell that I'm inspired by the art direction of Disco Elysium with the art direction for Hopetown. What Rostov and his team achieved with the art style of that game was pretty groundbreaking, and when I played it myself for the first time, it was this aha moment of, oh wow, it's actually possible to combine painterly 2D with 3D, and it just kind of opened up my whole world in terms of what games could look like and what kinds of games could actually be marketable as well. So we're sort of coming at it from the same starting point. Everything is painted and every brushstroke has intention, but we're definitely not aiming for the same look. Hopetown is set in a UK village during late spring. Everything is coming back to life, things are blooming, and the town is a powder keg of heightened emotion. Something has been bubbling under the surface, and there's a certain aura of something being wrong or incorrect with this place. To reflect this in the visuals, we've opted for an intense color palette of purple, yellow, teal, and pink. Things initially feel rich and almost cozy, until you look closer and notice that the shadows are too bright, the saturation is out of control, and everything just feels a little overexposed. I've always used the term nostalgic but strange to explain the feeling I want the setting to evoke when the player sets foot in it for the first time. The quicksilver is lurking under the surface, seeping out into everything, but there's still beauty to be found here. The lighting is another thing we're using to not just enhance the mood, but to tell the story. How the light falls across a building, or if a character is standing just outside the shadows, all of this has a reason. For example, if you look at the portrait of the protagonist, there's a spot of light hitting her neck, lighting up her otherwise dark existence, but she's looking away and craning her neck in the opposite direction to avoid it, avoiding looking the truth in the eyes and choosing willful ignorance over facing reality. At least this is what she will look like at the beginning of the game. Hopetown will be filled with these little details, all coming together to form a vibrant and dynamic visual language that goes hand in hand with the narrative.